Innovative.
Ladies and gentlemen of the California Trap Trinity, hold on to your Kush blunts and your lace fronts. This is your number one choice for entertainment. It's your boy that always shine and keep the promos right on time. That's right, the promo king himself. Product 5 stacks and count. Ladies and gentlemen of the California Trap Trinity, Compton, Long Beach, Los Angeles, it's your man with the magic weenie that eat competition like a bowl of linguine. That's right, the promo king himself. Product 5 stacks and counting. This right here, this is California's finest radio. Yeah, we up in a spot, baby. You already know what it is. And let me tell you something. No lames, no fakes, all gas, no breaks. And you know who the fuck I am. We coming live from the Innovative Culture Studio. We here to turn this bitch up just a couple notches. So I hope you ready for what we got for you. We got a lot to talk about. How you feeling, Cam?
I'm feeling real good today.
You straight, man? Hey, man, you know, it's season 6. It's moving and it's grooving, and I don't see us losing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Like, for real, man. It's like every week, man, I just get a little bit more acclimated to all of this shit, man. I appreciate everybody that's pulling up here on YouTube and also here on Bigo Live. If any of you guys out there want to raise the stakes in your career, when you do content, you sing, you rap, whatever it is you may do, you might want to come on over to Bigo Live, sign with me, man, top tier talent agency, Bigo ID 5 stacks, man. Thank you very much. All right, so now it's time for my opening statement. Okay, now Big U has proven that the streets are a myth now. The idea of integrity is a joke. Whatever happened to loose lips sink ships? Like, whatever happened to that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a time when you ratted, you snitched. Now, let's keep in mind that it's two different things, right? Like, you can be a civilian and not necessarily be called a rat because you're not of that life. Like, say you get your car stolen. If I get my car stolen, I'm going to call the police. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real. You know what I mean? Because not like I'm out there jacking cars or, you know, it happened adversely because I was out committing.
You pay money for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's my property. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, naturally, you know, you're going to get law enforcement involved when you are a civilian. But when you in the dirt and you doing the dirt and now you got bit because you did the dirt, you got to kind of just pay the toll. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Now, people blame a lot of this stuff on 6ix9ine and stuff like that, the snitching culture. You know, but I gotta say something about that. No, you're absolutely wrong. Okay, let's back this up. I remember G-Unit. You remember G-Unit?
I remember G-Unit.
Okay, now that whole situation with 50 Cent and the game, and there was a whole stop snitching campaign. And you not only did you have people that was in the dirt that was saying stop snitching, you had people's mamas, people's sons and daughters and grandmas and shit saying stop snitching and thinking that shit is cute. Well, see, now this is the consequences of that. The consequences of that is that now law enforcement, because and partly their own fault as law enforcement, but now the faith in it is so low now that the minute that you talk about any trying to get retribution the proper way, oh man, you federal.
Yeah.
You federal. Like, you know what I mean? And it's kind of jacked up the way that it all works. But the reason why I brought this up, okay, is because, listen, you can call me old if you want to. Tomorrow's my birthday. I will be 42 years old. Yeah, my dick's still young. How about that? Okay? Real shit. Like, I can still, man, come on now. Shit, Stacks ain't doing bad. But I'm just saying, like, my thing is that, you know, when you look at the way that it is, you can call me old, but if that means that my old ass is going to stay free, I'd rather be that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let nothing take me off of these streets. I got too much to talk to y'all about. You know what I'm saying? But I've been tripping out, man, because it's been, I don't know. I was always taught that you don't make phone calls from jail. Now, when I say phone calls, I'm talking about recorded phone calls. That you don't make recorded phone calls in jail. What's up, Brownie? And because everything is being recorded. Now, it's real crazy because, with all that no jumper drama going on and all that stuff, you can clearly hear on every call is basically saying this is a phone call being made, from a federal institution. Your phone call is being recorded.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not one to hate on nobody's situation. Shout out to Loose Cannon. Shout out to Brick Baby. Shout out to Big U. Shout out to all of them guys behind the wall that's supposed to be coming home or trying to get home. Shout out to them. I really, I hope that all works out. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't really understand. I mean, it must be a clout thing, I guess. Like, to constantly call and have those phone calls recorded. And then you got the YouTubers, people like Poetic Flacco, Compton Rick Rock. Shout out to them as well. They take that information and they process it and they put it out there for you guys to digest. But when they do that, the way it comes off to a person coming from pretty much the era I come from, it's like it feels forced. It feels like forced content. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to decide what's real, what's fake, and how to separate all of it. And you just kind of wonder like, where does this all end at? Because what nobody is talking about. Okay, what nobody's talking about is the effect that this is having on the kids. We don't talk about that. Why don't we ever talk about that? Because if it's made to seem cool for a dude to get locked up, and that was a content creator before he got locked up, then when he made these recordings from the jail cells and stuff is coming out. And you got these kids that tap in with these YouTubes and they see all of that and they see these creators go in and they're still able to create content while they're in there. I mean, doesn't that kind of equate to them eventually wanting to create that content themselves? I mean, that's usually how it starts. You know what I mean?
You start looking up to those people.
That's what I'm saying. You start looking up to the wrong people. We already know that these YNs don't respect their parents. They don't respect a fuck ass thing. Some of it is on the fault of the parents. Some of it is just on the fault of society. But ultimately, these YNs don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because a lot of those parents grew up without parents.
Yeah.
So they didn't really know how to be parents.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of like a cycle.
It's a cycle.
To
it's
where,
yeah.
And I remember even just kind of our generation of growing up, you still had some wild ones that was out there that wasn't really listening, wasn't really, and it goes back to something you said in one of the past episodes. It's like, just as being men, sometimes you got to yank the...
absolutely.
Let them know.
I don't know about yanking these YNs chains now though, because I saw some the other day, and it was like the dude, this guy, older gentleman, was crossing the street to get into the store, and it was a crowd of YNs in front of that store, and this dude, he had molasses in his step, like he took forever to get to the front because he was waiting for them to clear out.
They wasn't going nowhere. They was posted. And dude was genuinely scared, and it was a big dude, because at the end of the day, a lot of these youngsters, they don't got no fear. They don't got no fear, man. Shit, my daddy didn't come home after he said he was going to get a pack of cigarettes. Nigga, you think I give a fuck about you? Yeah. Shit, nigga. I mean, I'm just saying that's usually where that comes from. But yeah, man. But but I always thought that maybe it's just a different era to be able to create content from the inside. More power to them, I guess. I really want them to come home, though. You guys need to stay out on the streets. Y'all don't really need to be out there doing this, that, and the third, because it's not that serious, man, because the kids are watching. Rest in peace to Young Scooter. I didn't get a chance last week. We didn't get a chance to touch bases on it, but rest in peace to Young Scooter. Just to clear up a few things. Young Scooter was not shot by the police, okay? It absolutely can happen. The way he died can absolutely happen. Because I'm going to tell you a story. So there was a t-shirt shop around the corner, from where I was living when I was in junior high. Uh-huh. And I had like 3 best friends, and all 3 of them were brothers. It was Mike, Billy, and Antoine. And we used to think we was just doing little young punk shit, stealing the emblems off the front of cars, and they were just doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So there was a t-shirt shop. And their thing was they would go up in there and they come out with some t-shirts. And stuff like that. I was kind of spooked to do it in the beginning. They eventually convinced me to do it. I was sweating bricks, whatever. Okay, now next to the t-shirt shop in the alleyway was several fences.
One of them happened to be a fence with the poles that come straight up like this and come to a point with the bar across the top.
I know about them.
Okay. Now, I had grabbed a bunch of T-shirts. When we finally got outside of the shop, the dude noticed that we were stealing, and he started running after us. So I'm running, man. I dropped all the T-shirts. It was really just a busted mission. I dropped all the damn T-shirts everywhere. I was
At that point, you're just trying to get away.
Yeah, man. Terrible industrial thief. I swear to God. So, you know what I mean? So, basically, I take off running. I drop all the T-shirts. I hit the gate. I hit the gate with the bars. When I got one leg over. Now tell me why my stupid ass was in my PE shorts. I was in my PE shorts. I was, who knows is there a proper attire for robbing? Y'all let me know. I don't know. But so yeah, man. So I'm hopping the gate. I get one leg over the gate. I think I'm home free. My foot slips. Let's keep in mind, I also didn't have socks on, y'all.
So you said PE shorts?
PE shorts, no socks, and fucking Nikes. One size too big for my feet. Don't know what the fuck I was thinking, bro.
This visual is crazy.
This visual is crazy, right? So I get one leg over the fence. My foot slips, and I swear to God, one of the poles came to about 5 to 3 to 5 fucking inches away from impaling me in my motherfucking ass. Instead, the motherfucking pole, it got caught in my thigh, like in the thigh meat. I was able to, before it went in too deep, I was able to get up, but it gashed me real good. Now, right now, near that, okay, we all know that that ligament that if it gets cut, it basically you can bleed out, right? Okay, so there's one right here by your thigh. I can't think of the name right now, but that was what happened. He struck an artery when he fell off of that fence, and it impaled him. That was where the injury resulted from, and the man bled out. Now, do I feel like those cops could have tended to him a lot sooner than they did? I guess that's up to interpretation. Only the police know that, and the people that were the first responders. But I'm thinking that because they had got the earlier 911 call. The main artery, the crucial ligament. I can't think of it. Y'all tell me in the comments. I'm not sure, but basically the man bled out right there. But there was a 911 call that was made. You sorry bitch, you sorry dirty bitch that made that phone call, that made that 911 phone call, that phone's call. You deserve every minute, every single fucking iota of time your ass get behind bars. Because if not for your fake ass car which juiced up the police, that man might still be alive today. And I don't got no dog in the fight. I don't have no dog in the fight. I've never met Young Scooter. To be honest with you, I've heard a couple songs, but it just was different genre, I guess. Yeah. Right? Okay? But the problem is that if that phone call was never made, that man would probably still be alive today. And it is proven that was a false call that the police pulled up to. So, you know what I mean? So there is some fault to be had. Who knows what else happened in the house? But we do know that a lot of that stuff was bullshit. Hearts and prayers. My heart and my prayers go out to Young Scooter's family. All love. Did you hear about Sean Kingston?
Yes, him and his mom.
Sean Kingston is a fucking scammer.
Yeah.
Sean Kingston is
got caught up.
Yeah. Sean Kingston is a scammer, bro. Oh my God, dude. Listen, that used to be my jam. That one song he had, beautiful girls. That was the shit, right? Now, can y'all tell me another Sean Kingston hit? No, right? So the nigga, he made a lot of money off of that song.
But it's crazy because, I would always hear about parties and stuff like that they was throwing at his house. And
yeah.
It's just like, man, what kind of scams was y'all having to have these exotic ass?
Now we know where the money went.
Yeah.
That's what was happening. When you buy an acceptance like that, or you trying to stunt. But basically, him and his mom were both convicted, both found guilty of wire fraud, many counts. I think like over 20 counts of wire fraud. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I'm gonna tell you something that grinds my gears. Sean Kingston, like, I don't know, I'm well, your mother raised you, but I swear to God, like, there's something wrong there, because when they found him guilty and he had to come back, you got to come back for sentencing. Okay, they both were on their way to jail. He managed to bond out. Left his mama there. So his mama going to jail while he bonds out. And this nigga, this punk ass nigga, this one hit wonder ass nigga, this wider than outside nigga standing outside in fucking bicycle shorts. I just seen some pictures. This nigga, this shit ridiculous. He been lost for a long time. Sean Kingston been lost for a very, very long time.
What if somebody paid for him but didn't pay for his mom's?
Bro, no,
He's still supposed to turn it down. Like, yeah, I'm staying in here.
I'm
nigga.
saying, but I would have took. But see, I would have took the hit. I would have took the hit. That's my mama.
Yeah.
I don't care if we're not getting along or not, bro.
But
That's
she
my
could have been
mama.
the brains behind the operation.
Well, no. There you go. Now there is actually text
like
messages.
you said, his mama raised him.
That's what I'm saying. But there is actual text messages where she's telling him to kind of get her out of the nonsense.
Yeah.
She don't want to be involved. But no one's saying she didn't take no checks, no payments, nothing like that.
Yeah.
She might have did that.
She did something.
Yeah. And he was under Diddy, and that's a whole different story. Yeah.
Now the parties make sense.
Now the parties make a lot of sense. It's just wild, man. How everything that's coming out has that 6 degrees of separation to Sean Combs. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of, it's kind of crazy. But
He's
Sean
tied into
Kingston,
so
bro,
much in
show a little bit more respect for your mother, dog. And I'm just gonna leave that at that. Okay. Let's talk about this for a second. I don't know if y'all saw the DJ Academics interview with Kanye West. You catch that? I don't know if any of y'all out there caught this interview, but let me set the stage for you. So, Academic shows up. Hey man, what's going on? You can tell they have a rapport. They have a relationship. They're cool. Kanye greets him on some regular shit. You thinking you gonna get that bananas bonkers Kanye West off the top. No, when you watch this, Kanye has changed. He's not the same Kanye. He's calm. He tells Act to have a seat, and he leaves to a side room. Upon coming back into the room, the man is dressed from head to toe in classic KKK garb.
A black one.
It was gray.
Yeah, okay.
We got it. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. It was a gray Ku Klux Klan uniform from head to toe. Now, here's the thing. Mr. Grand Wizard Kanye. Okay, I'm going to give y'all what's probably not the most popular opinion. So let's strap in for a second. Here we go. I don't say Kanye was wrong about that. Now, okay, the swastikas, the Jew, the anti-Semitism, all that, I don't agree with any of that. I don't agree with any of it. I don't agree with hate, period. But has nobody been paying attention to the way that Kanye been moving the past couple years? Okay, let's go ahead and rewind for a second. Okay. Now, Kanye said something in that interview that was very, very interesting. He said they've been making money off of our pain for years. For decades, they've been making money off of our pain. The minute that I want to make money off of their pain, now it's a problem. And I connected with that. So now let's put the pieces together now. The man got into the fashion industry and dominated that bitch. Controlled the culture for a hot minute.
He was selling clothes out of trash bags. Selling dumpy clothes with rips and holes in them. Charging fucking damn near $1,000 for a piece of foam with a strap attached to that bitch. At the Gap.
Okay?
Right.
Okay? Like revolutionized the fashion industry by mocking it.
He did. That's exactly what he did.
And we all know how them Europeans, Anglo-Saxons, we know how much they love their fashion. So I can do it too and stick my tongue out at the same fucking time. Bianca Censori, his wife, I don't know if they're getting divorced now. I heard I don't know if it's real or not, but I know they're married as of right now. Bianca Censori She is as white and European as you can get. I'm talking about, nigga, you already know without looking at her refrigerator, there are grapes in the potato salad. She's that white. Bianca Censori, this white girl who supposedly her father is like some, important European kind of crime boss, supposedly, allegedly. This nigga takes white criminal royalty and convinces it to suck his dick on a boat, on a river, on camera, in front of the world. You've been over-sexualizing our black queens forever. You've been abusing our queens and making our black queens look hyper-sexed and like they can't keep dick out of them. And guess what he doing to one of y'all's? I want y'all to use your fucking head. Now, we tie this bitch off with a neat little bow. Right? Because now we see Kanye West come into... Now, Academics is one of the biggest hip-hop media platforms on this bitch. On this bitch. I'm just going to keep it real. Credit where it's due to at. So, it's going to get seen. Yeah. And for this man to come out in full KKK garb, he clowning the fuck out them, man. Come on. He trying to show you. You tell me right now, if there ain't a few niggas out there that if that shit hit the shelves, ain't gonna go buy that shit.
Do you think he would have went on a white platform and done that?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I don't think he would have made it out the door.
Maybe in the door.
Maybe in the door. He would have made it in the door, but the minute he would have walked out with that,
shut the cameras
man,
off.
the minute he would have walked out with that shit on, they about to split his shit to the white meat. No pun intended, goddamn it. I'm just saying, like, so when you look at it, man, I don't agree with everything that Kanye says. And, Kanye sat up there and he ranted for a while and he went off and he talked his shit. He took shots at various people. He knows those people personally. I don't, so I don't got no qualms with that. But I tell you what, though, y'all better watch what's happening in plain sight with this dude. Yes, he's off. Yes, he's on medication. He's taking himself off medication. But the nigga, it's a fine line. It's a fine line between genius and insanity. Better believe that. I wanna jump to this. Mental health matters. Okay, I recently came across a story where they were talking to Cardi B. Where Cardi B had posted a video and she was talking about Offset and was saying how manipulative I guess he's been, and that basically like the man is threatening to kill himself and harassing her and things like that. I don't know if that's true, but we've all been witness to kind of the toxicity of that relationship as it grew, and now it's on a decline. They both dealing with different people. Shout out to them both, by the way. But Offset, look, if you are around Offset, and this is no clown in my man. I've been in Offset shoes. I've got partners that's been and are currently in Offset shoes where they want their family back. They might have made some mistakes, but god damn it, they good people. But they made mistakes. And it ain't like that other side fucking clean completely.
Right. Let's
not get it twisted. Okay? But the thing is that Offset's people, his support system, they need to come to him and they need to tell him, brother, you acting out of pain. You acting out of pain right now, brother. I mean, like the song he made, you got to fuck about 10 other niggas to get over me and this, that, and the third. I hate to tell you, bro, but that ain't true. I'm gonna tell you right now, she don't even need to fuck another nigga to get over you, bro. She just gotta just ignore her.
She got fans.
She got fans. She got fans. She got millions and millions of motherfuckers that will prop her up every day and tell her that she beautiful and tell her that she worth it and that they will fucking drink her bathwater and lick her asshole sideways after a big shit.
Mm-hmm. And they gonna do it.
And they're gonna do it.
They gonna do it.
They gonna definitely do it.
They probably sit up and fantasize.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, watching their music video.
Exactly. And so that's why my thing is that his people, his support system need to get with him and they need to talk to him and tell him that, brother, you acting out of pain right now. There is sunshine after that rain. But right now, while you in the moment of the pain, it's gonna be its most intense. Sometimes the only way over something is through.
I think that's the hard part about those public relationships, though, too.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's not even, but see, this is the thing. This is why so many men, I think, can connect with that situation with Offset. because it could happen to any man. You don't have to be rich and famous and have a public relationship in order to feel that.
You're not gonna have the world in your business.
That's true.
If you just a regular, like you say, civilian.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. But I just think that his people need to get with him and they need to communicate with him and say, listen, brother, we understand what you're going through. Both of y'all wrong for some of the shit that y'all have done, but ultimately, bro, you making yourself look bad. I don't want to see no brother out here looking bad if I can fucking help it.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So if you really love him, if you really love Offset, then you need to pull him close. If you really love the nigga, and thank you, you really need to like pull him close and tell him, man, this toxicity ain't good, and look at what this is doing to you and how this is making you look in the public eye.
That's facts.
And it's, you know, that's just the reality of the whole situation. Listen, here's a segment. We're coming to a close in a minute with the show. My segment is called My Open Book. I look through my Facebook and my old social media, and I kind of look at some of the old posts that I had, and I really trip out, man, because my line of thinking as a younger man was different. And now I look back on shit, and it's like, damn, it's like so much changed, but so much stayed the same. Mm-hmm. And so this one right here, this one I posted. This one here, this was actually September 14th, 2023. Okay. There's no coincidence the happiest couples I see out here are open to the fine arts of oral love. I have to say that ain't changed. Shit. I still like a woman that can suck a motherfucking golf ball through a garden hose.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? And I lick the clit till it's a different shade of pink. There we go. On my mama.
Oral arts.
The oral arts.
There you go.
Real shit. My shit like my shit on some Harry Potter shit, nigga. Yeah, real shit. Yeah, real. But anyway. Though, shit, man. Real quick, I'm gonna make this real fast. My innovative thought for the evening. Okay, sometimes it's best, you know the phrase lead by faith, not by sight? Mm-hmm. Well, that's unless you about to be fucking scammed. Okay, shout out to the preacher that locked the doors on the church until he received $40,000 out of his congregation. You ain't hear about that?
You locked them inside?
Well, he wouldn't let him out. Shit, the man is in the footage.
What did he do? Put chains on the doors like Mr. Clark?
Man, he told the ushers to lock the doors. He told the ushers to lock the damn doors. Now that shit ain't right. Now you come on now. Now wait a minute. Now you know that Miss Johnson need her motherfucking dialysis right after church. Mm-hmm. How you just gonna lock the doors to the church and request? I mean, it's just crazy. $40,000, man. $40,000. The FBI.
What did he say the money was for?
That was, come on, man. Does it fucking matter,
for the
bro?
Building fund?
TD Jakes drives a Lamborghini, bro. Like, come on. Does it really matter? You know what they're going to do with the money. And it's tax exempt.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man. But, listen, it's okay. You're supposed to have faith in a higher power. You are. And you're supposed to have, some integrity about yourself and hold yourself in a high regard. But you can't just go listening to these people that's asking you for money. Like, you know what I mean? God don't never ask you to give him money. When they talk about paying tithes, that's to your house of worship. But God don't never directly ask you for money. So for preachers to be able to do that, like, damn, like, that goes crazy. Kidnapping me in the name of Jesus goes crazy.
Yeah, that's just extra.
That is major. That's really, really crazy. So I don't know if he got the 40K though. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if he got the 40K. I gotta find out about that. But he damn sure told.
So many questions.
And it's crazy because if you look at the guys, his staff in back of him, when he's talking about locking the doors, you see them make faces like you see their face change, but they're like scammers right along with him. So their face change, and they're like, what? And then they're kind of like maybe this might work. So I don't know.
Hey, we all gonna get cashed out at the end of the day.
We all getting cashed out. We all about to make some bread at the end of the day.
Yeah, they was down for the cause.
No, on some real ass shit. Words from the street. This is where I take a word that you probably never heard before, and I go ahead, I give you the definition, and then I put it in a sentence or a way that might make it a little bit easier to digest. Fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Today's word is holus bolus. That is a real word. HOLUS BOLUS. Holus bolus, which means all at once. So let me see. Okay, I got it. Both of the women I met at the Embassy Suites were off nose candy. So I made sure to purchase a gas station pill with the little rhino cap, right? Just so I could handle the holus bolus of satisfying their blow-fueled passion.
At the same time.
You're welcome.
There you go.
At the same damn time.
I like that one. Holus
Right?
bolus.
Holus bolus. So make sure that, make sure that you guys go out and you subscribe to the YouTube, man, Innovative Culture, or you subscribe to Cali's Finest Radio, all one word, all right? All that holus bolus, all right? Make sure you tap in with that shit, man, okay? And tap in with me again next Monday. We keep this rocking. Gonna be having some guests, some special guests really soon, sitting down, having some good conversations. So, we're gonna be moving to an hour format, probably starting next week, so I'm really excited about that. We got some scenery, some new scenery that we working on right now. I hope you guys are going to enjoy that right there. Shout out to the whole Innovative Culture family. Shout out to everybody in the California Trap Trinity, excuse me. And never forget that you are tapped in with the greatest. The best. God damn it, the finest radio you will ever come in contact with. It's stuck, and ain't never coming down. You know what it is. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen of the California Trap Trinity, hold on to your Kush blunts and your lace fronts. This is your #1 choice for entertainment. It's your boy that always shine and keep the promos right on time. That's right, the promo king himself. Product 5 stacks and count.
Innovative.